Hey, little garden shed update. Still have some sand to haul in, although I've got a bearing on this side of the skid loader that needs some attention. Yeah, that's not quite right. They're not supposed to do this. So we'll have to get that fixed. In the meantime, we're getting the garden worked up. So that's how I came up with the name Garden Shed. We got the little shed to put the garden tools in next to the garden. Just got to drag it out, get the dead weeds out of the way, start planting some crops. Sweet corn, beans, watermelon, do some squash, plenty of tomatoes, do some pickles, some cucumbers, your typical garden type stuff. Anyway, short update. Lots of work ahead of us. Think of people during Memorial Day that made the sacrifice so we can have all of this privilege here in this country. Thanks for watching. All right, Memorial Day weekend. Remembering those that have kept our country free and paid the ultimate sacrifice. While I am out here with a rake, a shovel. Well, you probably watching at home can understand these aren't necessarily shovel tracks. We'll say it's a diesel powered shovel. Got the sand brought in. And then now I'm coming around with the real shovel. That one's got a wood handle on it like most people are used to. And then the rake, the tine rake, pulling back around my ledger board where the cement is going to ride. So got the elevation set. So I should be pouring about 6 inches of cement in here. That's going to wash under the board and ride up onto the board slightly. That way it gives me a toe kick board around the perimeter of this garden shed. So any water, any stuff sliding around on the ground has 1.5 inches before it smacks up against the outside wall. When I finish the walls off, if I ever get around to finishing the walls off, they'll be done like this. We'll put some 2x6 in the vertical, tucked back behind that bottom board, and then run those up and tie those in higher than my estimated finished ceiling height. I still have to fill in the gable sides to keep the birds out. And so, yep, I'll work along the west edge here, get that stuff pulled out with the rake. I'll rake over these trench marks from the skid loader. I think I've got the rest of it pretty well leveled out. It looks pretty close. They should have given me a good 6-inch pour. For now, I think we're just going to pour outside the door, right to the flush of the front of the building, hold off on the apron, and keep some of the expenses down. And we'll look out here in the garden, because the neighbor guy that was so kind to loan me a skid loader is now out here working his butt off, rototilling this whole garden. And by working his butt off, I mean, you know, he's manhandling that diesel tractor over there like a pro. He's got one arm relaxed on the fender, getting that farmer tan action going, letting the tool do the work. Holy cow, look at my hand shake. I think I need one of those Sunway photo tripods that Flying Rich has been promoting. But anyways, yep, this will be the garden. Decent amount. We'll get some sweet corn, get some tomatoes, beans, pumpkins, and all the other typical garden type things growing in there. Little tractor, Ranger. Those will have a nice dry home here after the holidays. Well, they had a dry home before, but at least they'll have a solid floor to park on. Thanks for watching. Stay safe this weekend and be kind. I think it's about good enough for concrete. Let's bring on the mud.